Hey everyone, welcome back. Wow, what a crazy kooky market, huh? Definitely bipolar. A lot of the fear that we had last week has started evaporating coming up to the Jackson Hole event. I did a video kind of breaking down why I think this is and some of the potential consequences of this week. So, what's really interesting when fear is evaporating, though, or where fear is evaporating, is it's segmented into certain areas where there's actually been a little bit more pain. So rather than explain where the fear is going, which I did in my last video, rather than sound redundant, let's go ahead and see what's happening here. Look at this. Canoe, folks. Canoe is up 30%. Tattooed Chef is up 10%. Arcimoto is up 8%. These are high-risk stocks that they're SPACs. We've got higher valuations at some of these. Even Robinhood, higher valuation stock, higher risk stock. Mind Medicine, higher risk stock. Today is the kind of day of a risk on rotation, which really only happens when people's fear goes away. And I think something interesting has happened. I feel like the market has started potentially incorporating the idea of, okay, we got it. We have supply chain shortages. We heard it a million times. Got it. Container prices are going up. And yeah, we screwed up Afghanistan. But you know what? We still got lots of cash. So let's have a party while we're at it. That's kind of crazy. And that by no means is a reference to like Afghanistan or like the State Department partying. Okay. Like I want to be sensitive to that because what's going on in Afghanistan is terrible. So I probably shouldn't have used the word party, but the reference to party is about the stock market. And I think that's a little bit what we're seeing here. But what's also really interesting is you are seeing some of the higher value stay-at-home plays get punished. Now, I closed a substantial part of my Peloton position a few weeks ago. It's sitting at 106 right now. Etsy's at 196, which is a pretty good level. But are we going to see a push on Etsy? It's a big question. You're seeing Blue Apron. DoorDash was somewhere around here. Beachbody. Some of these more, there it is, DoorDash. Stay-at-home style plays. Suffering a bit today. And the stocks that have less risk. Market deemed less risk, right? Like a Target or Home Depot. Some of these stocks that have already done phenomenally. You're not really actually seeing them participate so terribly, or so much rather, in this euphoria today. I mean, even Macy's, who's been crushing it with sales, up 1.35%. It's all of a sudden a lot of the higher risk plays. Look at this, SPACs, like Playboy, newer companies, newer IPOs, like Bumble, Lemonade, XL Fleet. These are the guys. It's a risk on mode here. Even EXPI, Wynn, Dave & Buster's, these guys pushing back. Which, a little interesting, because one of the things that I've been tracking is this potential for less travel spending because of Delta, and less credit card spending at restaurants and going out. Potentially also sort of this fade out of reopening, right? But I've got my eyes really set on some recovery stocks. I did buy about, actually at this point, I'm probably about $470,000 into a position this morning. We talked about in the course member live stream, but and I'm planning a more detailed video on this for the channel, probably tomorrow or something, or the next day. I don't know. But anyway, I'm also keeping an eye on stocks like Dave & Buster's, because Dave & Buster's, much like some of these other particular stocks, is it's had if we go out to the day chart, it's had a little bit of a sell down, and we've really sort of almost accelerated to the downside here in just the last month, thanks to Delta. And so keeping an eye on or an eye out rather for potential bottoms here, really interesting to me. Now, I don't want to go YOLO everything that I've been putting on the side. Some people are like, oh, but Kevin, you said OCC, and now you're saying you're buying a stock. Well, duh. Because, hold on, I'm stuck. There we go. Here's the duh to the people that are like, oh, you said you said you're not buying anything. Well, I said I would put money in real estate, cash, and crypto until I found an opportunity that I thought was juicy. This morning, I found said opportunity. Now, I'm not all in on the thing. I'm also looking for some diversity, some other potential opportunities to buy. But yeah, I mean, that's how investing works. You find an opportunity, you move over to it. Now, you could be wrong, right? You could of course, you could be wrong. You could be dead wrong, and then you suck, or you're human. But yeah, look, as the market presents opportunities, I'm a big fan of taking them. That's the whole point of having RCC, real estate cash crypto. The whole point to buy the dip. So anyway. Okay, so yeah, if you have not yet watched the video on why we're seeing some of this fear evaporate, in my opinion, watch the last video that I posted on the stock market bull trap. So if you want to hear an answer on bull trap, watch that one. But right now, we're going to really just take a look at fear evaporating. You can also see fear evaporating often in momentum stocks. Momentum stocks, in my opinion, are a great place to see fear evaporating, which we're seeing a momentum stock. Obviously, AMC is doing very well today. It's up about 8%. Robinhood actually has, as much as people hate Robinhood in the momentum area, Robinhood has an element of momentum to it. Something that does not have an insane amount of momentum because it trades off oftentimes technicals much more religiously than just pure momentum. In my opinion, actually crypto. And ironically, we're actually seeing crypto kind of rotate down, or maybe unironically, I should say. Unironically, we're seeing crypto rotate down because when people are more fear on, maybe they're less worried about having their assets denominated in dollars. Maybe they're escaping the potential fear hedge that crypto provides. And that's not everyone. Some people view crypto as a speculative asset and very risky. And of course, there's an element of speculation to everything that we do in investing. But generally, I see crypto as a haven, or especially Bitcoin. And then, of course, when Bitcoin moves, everything moves. Although, with the exception of Cardano, I mean, that thing is just going nuts. I mean, we've now essentially tripled our money and the investments we made at when we were buying over here at where was it? Oh my gosh! Oh well, let me go to the day chart. There we go. These dips right here. Here and here is when we went shopping for Cardano and stocks and psychology money. Link down below. But anyway, obviously in hindsight, it's like should have just margined the house and bought more. But yeah, didn't. So all right. So what else we got? Did I just see right? Yeah, look at that Velodyne LiDAR up 17%. Wow. I wonder how microvisions are, because look at Velodyne. Velodyne's literally gone from SPAC value of like $10 to $6. That is very interesting to me. After this, I'm going to write down, I'm going to do a little bit more looking into some of the LiDAR plays. I also want to see how microvision's doing. You see, interesting microvision, 5%, I think is a very, very, I should say a LiDAR play that makes me very curious. They just got that Halo lens deal too with Microsoft, so that's pretty cool, and the military. But anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and take a look. I remember you were waiting for the bank to clear the wire for it at this point. Yeah, I got my money in. So I did. I think you're talking about Ethereum when I was waiting for my what's it called? My wire to post, and I posted an update that I ended up just buying it on a different platform. Kick West. I don't sell financial advice. I sell entertainment. Have you seen my background? Have you seen my Mr. Diamond hands? See? Look at that. Maybe you're with the LA Times and you're trying to expose me. So here, expose this correctly. See, because he's a little dark right now. So expose this correctly. There you go. See, is that a little better for you? Okay, good. All right. So where were we? Canadian Solar. Somebody says a scam. Ooh. Thoughts on a SoFi put? I don't think I would sell a SoFi put today. Oh, she's SoFi. SoFi's up 2.67 today. Yeah, I mean, it's tough to say. I've got a lot of sold puts on SoFi. I like the credit I got, and I could just sit here and just wait and do nothing and milk my credit, which is totally fine with me, which is why I made my SoFi purchase. So I just wanted that credit. But yeah, I mean, if I see other opportunities, there's always a chance you can make a shift. So and I think SoFi is a great company. Matterport, look at that. Matterport is so getting punished. Only up 0.36 today. Little baby, little weenie baby. I did close my call options on Matterport. I don't know, a few weeks ago. It was at like $17 or something like that. So I'm like, yep, thanks, good enough for me. And then I also, when Arcimoto was at like 16, I think it was 15, 16, something like 17. I don't remember. I sold covered calls. On a day like today, it would actually not be a horrible day to sell some covered calls for things that are up, for shares that you are willing to sell. See, I already did my covered calls on Arcimoto, and I don't know that I would do coverage on anything else right now. EXPI, like if EXPI ran to like 55, $60 again, $70 or something like that, sure, I'd probably do some covered calls there. Win up 5% today, Canadian. So, I mean, this is not a surprise, especially after the Pfizer approval. Who knows? You know, tomorrow we could see a little bit more softness in the market. Where's Etsy? Did Etsy go green or is it still red? No, Etsy's still red. Okay. Yeah. Good uptrend, though. Very nice. The uptrend has actually been accelerating. All right. So let's go ahead and check out some of the news going on. Let's see here. EK Bloomberg. Let's see what we got. Okay. All right. Is this going to be another person I have to rant at? I can do it. I can do it all day long. Mr. H.M. King wants to complain, suggesting I'm not experienced in the market because I used the phrase getting punished. It was actually down 1%, not up percent. But either way, my same rant is still valid, whether it was up or down, doesn't matter. Sir, you don't realize that the market has ways of telling you things, such as that when risk goes up, you would think that a stock like Etsy, for example, would also do well, especially since not only is it a phenomenal company, but it is a play that does presently have a higher PE value. It is a phenomenal internet company. And usually when risk goes up, Etsy goes up. The fact that it's only moved 1%, either up or down, depending on which stock you're talking about, because maybe you're not talking about Etsy, but it doesn't matter. Again, 1% is a sign that the market is pricing in, or rather, leaving them sort of behind. And so these are inflections that you use as tools or indicators to understand what's happening in the market. So you can try to learn something or create your own perspective, or you could be a troll. That's your choice. But in the meantime, since HM the King is being a little weenie baby, we're going to go over to members only chat. So see you later. All right. So what do we got over here? COVID optimists see U.S. nearing Delta peak. Oh, that's interesting. So this is actually the kind of like opposite FUD of what we had at the beginning of last week when we saw these massive increases in articles about basically COVID cases skyrocketing and specifically hospitalizations, right? The news about hospitalizations has been very damning. You know, you see children's hospitals filling up. The news airs children struggling, more young people struggling. The Guardian's spreading talk about how people under 50 are dying. In Florida, there's news that within the span of 1 week, 4 police officers died to COVID, some of them younger, like 27, 25, 35. It's insane. It's insane. So this is a flip to that sort of FUD. We did also say this weekend while I was on a plane, I mentioned this weekend that getting Pfizer vaccine approval would probably lead to more mandates coming. So it's not a surprise here that Biden says companies should mandate shots after vaccine approval, after Pfizer got approved. So in other words, Biden saying companies should mandate shots. I personally, because people always ask me, I personally do believe that this should always be a local choice thing. Like no governor or president or whatever should blanket mandates. But I do think businesses should have the individual right. So that way you could choose. You as an individual could choose, do I want to patronize a business that mandates vaccines or not? And I do think a lot of businesses, I would guess, if Delta continues to be rough, I wouldn't be surprised if somewhere around 60% of businesses in the future end up requiring vaccines. That's my guess. No guarantees. It's just a guess. And so I wouldn't be surprised to see more of that, especially now after the FDA approval. Although, I mean, like Ross Gerber said the other day, were we really expecting the FDA not to approve it? So anyway, all right. So yeah, that's what inflection. I wonder what inflection point they're looking at here, because are we actually expecting a peak? I didn't think we were going to be anywhere close to peak yet. I want to see what they're looking at here. Okay, COVID cases are falling in many of the original Delta hotspots. That means the rest of the country could soon follow, dodging the massive hospitalizations and surging deaths recently seen in Florida and the Deep South. U.S. is recording more than 1,000 deaths a day, a count that has more than tripled, but Arkansas and Missouri, where Delta surge began, in these areas, the 7-day surge of cases is down 12% from the peak, according to the CDC. Then we got Florida and Louisiana, the second phase of the U.S. Delta, seeing similar declines. Very interesting. Look at that inflection point. Inflection points are very, very important to look at. Now, HM, the king dude, whatever guy, wouldn't understand that. But for everybody else, this is interesting, because the 13th, that was Friday the 13th. We're 10 days later now. But that's very interesting. Very interesting to me. Fewer infections ahead. RT estimates signal cases are likely to decline in more than 20 states. Pessimist view. Even if the Delta wave flames out, improvement could prove short-lived. The hyperinfectious variant could spread anew with college students and unvaccinated school children. I'm less worried about that, especially if schools would just put freaking filters in classrooms. Like, how hard is it? How hard is it to put HEPA filtration in each classroom, or just put the proper filters into the systems that are already built into the schools, or both? It's not that hard. It's just got government who's unwilling to lead where the science is. The science actually shows. I just had this up. It's worth mentioning. I don't have it. Oh, it's right. It's on this other computer. But I just had this up. And they had this really interesting example. I'm just going to kind of describe it to you so you can picture it. They had this really interesting example where they said if 6 people were in a room and patient 0, so one person had COVID. After 4 hours without safety measures, everybody would be infected with COVID. Literally everybody. So one person in a room with 6 people, after 4 hours, everybody gets COVID. Like, so many aerosols in the air, big COVID cloud, defense is overwhelmed, you got COVID, okay? This was crazy, okay? If face masks were worn in that same situation, in the room with 6 people, one person has COVID, 4 of them would get COVID, and the face mask would only help one person not get COVID. But if you just opened a window and a door and had a cross breeze, they said, for sure, well, obviously you can't guarantee it, but they suspected that 4 people would not get COVID and one person would either get a tiny dose or be asymptomatic with ventilation and masking in this example. They had mask and ventilation. Well, we can obviously see that ventilation or filtration did the most or had the most impact. And so honestly, I think it's moronic that the government doesn't, like, if you're going to mandate something, why don't you mandate filters? It's the science. It's there. Just want to shake people at the CDC and go, what's your effing problem? You're telling people not to wear N95s and you don't encourage HEPA filtration. And I don't even own any filter stocks, okay? It's stupid. I'm sorry. I had to rant. Okay, where were we? Stocks? It's stupid. So we were just talking about Krispy Kreme being up 10%. Yeah. Okay. Tattooed Chef now up 10%. The removal of risk here. I just look. I know some of you want to know the source of this or whatever. Maybe if you want me to, I'll just make a video on it, like a standalone video on it, and I'll go rant and yell at the CDC in a standalone video. How about that? And then we'll go through that together. I think that'd be fun. Oh, well, I appreciate that, HM. Okay, thank you. You know, I can never tell. I recognize now. I'm gonna remember your name. I'm sorry for snapping at you. I just get so many. Well, I don't. It's not so many, but sometimes you get these like trolls in the comments, and you know, it's an educational opportunity for everyone else. So thanks, HM. All right. So yeah, look, I do think this is very interesting to me. This Bitcoin sell-off. Again, we mentioned this earlier in this live stream that really we're risk on today. But despite being risk on, we are well, actually, I mean, because we're seeing risk on, we're seeing crypto fall because I think crypto is being treated as a safety asset, which if you think about it, what have I said on the channel? I said, hey, RCC is my safety. So I'm going to park money in real estate, cash, crypto until an opportunity comes up. Well, yeah, I think an opportunity was available this morning. And I think my opportunity is going to do well. Now, again, I could be totally wrong. I could get spanked over the next, 90 days or whatever. But I like my opportunity. Maybe I'm too bullish. Maybe I'm overly optimistic. So I always have to be cautious of that. But there's some real nice catalysts. And I'll make a detailed video on that. So enough about that. Eventually. I don't know. Maybe tomorrow or the next day. Okay. So in the meantime, Piton, Etsy. Yeah, I mean, there's like nothing that's losing today. Like today's not a sell put kind of day. Today's a sell call now. But then again, if it's the beginning of a rally, you don't necessarily want to just sell covered calls. I mean, like Canoe could easily go back to $10. This is an insane. Like there is no fundamental reason for the shift in Canoe. I think Canoe is a bankruptcy risk, and I love Canoe. Okay, I've reserved like 2 canoes because I think they're really cool. I mean, I'll probably never see them, just like the Lucid that I reserved, and they won't let me test drive. But whatever. That's life, I guess. 3M. Stop. But anyway, yeah. So I do have my concerns about Canoe. So to me, this is a trader momentum. It's traders went in and said, hey, it's a risk on day. Hey, homies, it was risk on day. Risk on, buy. Oh, what do we want to buy? I don't know. What's a penny stock that's getting destroyed? How about Canoe? Okay. It's look, if you want to trade it, by all means, please trade it. By all means, trade it. But don't kid yourself. That is not fundamental. 32% on Canoe. Do not kid yourself. If you are in it, download what I've said. For entertainment purposes only, of course. Metamaterials, Romeo, Clean Spark. Wow. Oh my gosh. The risk on metamaterial. Of course, metamaterial has to show up on a day like today. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. All right. So AMC 6.19%, CRISPR 6.4%. Moderna is participating as well. Be 420 pretty soon. Red Robin coming up here. Yeah. David. Red Robin. That is hold on a sec. Red Robin. Let's see how they've been. Oh wow. Very interesting. Yeah, we're basically at December pricing. I mean, right now we're a little higher. And I know the market's closing like 3 minutes. We're $22 right now. $22. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. I mean, this is interesting. I would really watch some of these restaurants. Cake, Red Robin. Because all it would take is these restaurants. I don't think we're going back to lockdowns. If I'm governor, there sure as hell won't be lockdowns. Let's use science, filtration and ventilation. My God. But anyway. Okay, so what else? Invita. All right, let's go look at a little bit more news for the 2 minutes that we have before we get to. I've never had great service at Red Robin. Dude, Nathan. Nobody goes to Red Robin for the service. You go to Red Robin for the steak fries and the burger. That's it. The service ain't good. I know that because when I met the CEO at Red Robin and basically begged to be a server, they said, no, you stay on the expo line. So how could the service possibly be good if they didn't make me a server? Dude, nobody goes to Red Robin for their service. But burgers and fries, man. All right. So Fairmancha, okay, we know he's going to talk about inflation. Afghanistan's collapsing economy puts pressure on Taliban to negotiate, right? Cryptocurrency surge leaves, waiting behind, boring. Democrats near showdown on infrastructure, right? Nancy Pelosi. We got U.S. home sales rise amid higher inventory. Oh, we should do a quick little peek here at the Redfin data center. Okay, what do we got today? Oh, I made my coffee and I never brought it. Hey, are you here? And I have no idea. Someone just texted me and said they're watching our live stream right now, and that Kevin Faulkner, whom I will be debating on Wednesday, whom I'm also crushing in the polls, is specifically running ads on the YouTube channel here. So I encourage you to click those ads. Sorry, that's mean. It's mean. Do the same thing to Noosa. Just click the ads. Sorry, that's terrible. Get off my channel.
Make it to record close. NASDAQ will close at an all-time high. 14,895 is your level there.
Sarah's doing it again. Sarah, wait till after the bell.
Charge today, along with energy, big surge in oil stocks, communication services, consumer stocks, financial.
Right, so what do we got? Dow up 0.62, S&P up 0.85, NASDAQ Technology 1.55, Russell 2000 up 1.88. Wow, what a day.
We're kind of right around the level.
Just fractionally below the level required on the S&P, as you said, Sarah. Welcome to the Closing Bell, everyone. I'm Wilfred Frost, along with Sarah Eisen and Mike Santoli, CBC senior markets commentator. Record.
Whatever. Where was I? Okay, so I'm actually surprised. New listings are actually holding up. Okay, this is the big one right here. Pending sales. You ready for this? Oh my God. It's pinwheeling. Oh, there we go. That's not bad. Wow. I'm shocked. That's good for the real estate market. Because we saw the inflection point. We saw the inflection go down. It's actually holding stable. That's kooky. Wow. Like I said, RCC, real estate cash crash, real estate cash crypto, not crash. Oh my gosh. All right. I guess I have to log into Wall Street Journal again. Okay, fine. I'll do that really quick. It's always the logins. I don't know why. Why do they even sign me out? What's the point? Whatever. Fine. No Wall Street Journal today. Go back to the sticks and see how things closed. Inflection point bounced off Russell 2000. I feel like you said that last week. Not saying you were wrong, but I feel like I remember you saying that last week. I don't think I can just get the NASDAQ here, so I'm just going to use this. And I think you were talking about May 12th-ish or something like that. Yeah, in May. Yeah, so we got about 210, 209 here. Yeah. But I mean, look, the Russell's just been so sideways. It's the Russell small cap, which is heavily influenced by restaurants and such, which have been such a rotation down. So anyway, hey, what should we do a thing like I was thinking Wednesday, right before the debate at 4:20 p.m. Just say like yes if we should do this or no if you think it's a bad idea. at 4:20 p.m., can we all tweet something about my campaign with the hashtag Stop the Bullship with a P? If we can get that trending right before the debate and plan that at 4:20 p.m. California time, August 25th. Write that down. August 25th, 4:20 p.m. Hashtag Stop the Bullship with a P. Okay. I guess we'll do it then. All right, good. Let's do that. That would be cool because it'll be right before the live debate, which I'm beating all three of them in the polls. So we'll see how our debate goes on Wednesday. All right. Thank you. Cool. So that'll be fun. So plan on that. Put it in your calendar. You could light up whatever you want. You could turn the lights on in your house. You could, you could put the little child light into the socket, the night light to make yourself feel better, whatever you want to do. Just tweet Stop the Bullshit with a P. YouTube, that is not a swear word. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, look, crazy day. This is clearly risk on, fear gone. Ooh, that rhymes. Risk, does it? Risk on, fear gone. Risk on, fear gone. I guess it does. Ish. Anyway, yeah, I mean, wow, what a day. So, Tattooed Chef, 10.6%. These higher risk stocks, right? Higher valuation stocks. Arcimoto, same thing. Velodyne, Clean Spark, Canoes, certainly. Canoes, like your highest, like when the company that's, I mean, where's Lordstown Motors? I guess the only thing that could have been worse would have been Lordstown Motors being number one, because then it's just like we're asking the bankrupt stock or potential bankruptcy stock to lead the way here. Oh, look, Lemonade went up 420. Speaking of 420. But anyway, Dave & Buster's up 5.7%. Wow. This is good. I honestly don't think that Jerome Powell is going to screw this up. I think he's going to be very simpatico to the, quite frankly, women in the Black and Hispanic community who have lost a lot of their jobs, who don't get educated by our stupid school system that we have, which is not their fault, and lost their jobs, which are disproportionately hospitality jobs, right? Hospitality, retail, and so on. And I know that hiring back has been challenging, but a lot of folks don't want to go back. A lot of folks are looking for new careers that they could do from home or become sales folks or whatever and build their wealth, which are more power to everyone who wants to make that transition. So I think Jerome Powell, though, is going to be simpatico to this by basically saying, look, we don't want to go too fast. Especially the big thing is going to be raising rates. But I don't see rates going up anytime soon, as long as we obviously don't have that inflation runaway. The taper, I don't even think the market cares about anymore. It's a big deal. Taper now, taper later. Who cares? But yeah, crypto's still falling, by the way. Mostly Bitcoin. Ethereum not falling as much. And we do have a little bit of a Cardano drop, which is great because I would love to go shopping a little bit here. Vuzi's on sale. I didn't like my Vuzi glasses. With course members, I got the Vuzi glasses. I didn't like them. Did not like them. Yeah, I imagine there's going to be some kind of debate link, by the way. I have no idea what that link is going to be. You can submit questions, though. I tweeted yesterday at some point at RealMeKevin on Twitter, and you could look over there and just you could submit questions that they might ask from the debate, which is kind of cool. So you could do that. Find that link on my Twitter. Oh, almost forgot to mention, you can now get a free stock worth all the way up to $70 with Public. They don't buy or sell your information either, unlike other brokers. And you can follow me on Public at MeetKevin. They actually verified me, unlike Twitter, who today denied my verification despite meeting all criteria, despite leading in either number one or number two in the August polls in a major election in California. And they won't verify me. Like this isn't sus, right? Oh my gosh. Whatever. But anyway, go to metkevin.com/public to get your free stock worth all the way up to $70. And check out the courses link down below to get 40% off using Jack's birthday. That's the coupon code because his birthday's on August 31st. All right. What's going on in after hours? I've been rambling for like 7 minutes here. So let's look at after hours. Jivo. Oh, Jivo's going to come back. Okay. So Gevo, by the way, is a momentum play that really went to the moon right after not only it wasn't really Biden's election, although I mean that helped a lot. It took him from like a penny, I guess, to like $1.75 or whatever. But it really took off in December. And the crazy thing about that is Biden also appointed somebody who works at Gevo, like one of the executives, to some climate board or whatever, science board, or I don't know, some kind of board or whatever. That really just helped the stock take off. And then it became a momentum stock because it's just a smaller cap stock, so it makes sense. I do wonder what it is. Let's see. Gevo stock. Let's see what the market cap is. It's $1 billion. It's teeny. It's teeny. Like, I want to look at GoEV as well. It's Canoe. GoEV. 1.85 bill. Yeah. Wow. And 600 million of that today. That's incredible. Warren Buffett sold out of Coca-Cola, and it is the best price I've seen for months. Wow. Interesting. That is very interesting. I mean, did he really? I don't know if that's true. I've not fact-checked this. I'm willing to do that. You know what? I will do that. I'm going to pull up the Bloomberg terminal right now. We're going to fact-check the terminal. Unless they're lying to us, too. All right. I just got GoEV, been good so far. Well, duh. The thing was up like 7% this morning, and it ended up like 31%. I mean, you could have thrown a dart and done good so far, if you just got it. So congratulations. And who knows? It could continue to run. $9-10 is where it used to hang out. Failed to log in. What kind of crap was this? It used to go to $9 to $10. Before DN. That was my code. Before DN. Does that mean anything? Bravo for Delta Nancy. I don't think that means anything. The Coke news was fake. Yeah. That doesn't surprise me. That's why I said and seemed surprised. But I'll see. I'm going to log into the terminal anyway. Oh, if that Coke news was fake. Oh, okay. If. You said if. Is that an inflation play for Buffett? Coke has been a long play for Buffett. Like, that's been one of his career plays. Hollywood pedo question? What's the Hollywood pedo question? I don't know anything about that. Maybe that's why. It's also the first time anybody's asked that. Sell before down. Yeah, Jerry Yang says he has 22 million of Coca-Cola. You're going to buy weekly calls on GoEV right after it's up 31%. I mean, you could be right. I mean, honestly, like if it goes back to $9-10, which is where it used to go, it's a risky one. Good luck. It's like Family Guy. Good luck, everybody. All right, let's go to Coca-Cola here. So Coca-Cola individual news. Okay, Turkey Express. I don't see anything about Buffett. So now I'm skeptical because at least that was yesterday. Let me see, unless there was news further back. Okay. Fake news on Buffett. Yeah, I don't see anything about that Buffett thing. I mean, not that it really matters because I don't really care about Coca-Cola stock. I did have my first bottle of Coca-Cola in like years yesterday. It was very good. But I don't see anything on that between today and August 16th. The Bloomberg terminal has no such claim. Go to it's on top. I'm there. There's just talk about Nina Gupta. I don't see it. Get your chat users verified. Here, I'll go to Warren Buffett news, Berkshire news. So let's see here. Recent news. Yeah. No, I don't see anything about that. So I guess that was fake news. All right. Fine. What else? What else we got? It's a Yahoo Finance article. I'll look at that. Yahoo Finance, Warren Buffett, Cola. News. Warren Buffett is selling these 10 stocks. Oh, maybe he just sold some. This is just gonna end up being like he sold a few shares. All right. Story continues. Coke. All right, where is it? Okay, here. Bank of America, the cola have been in the portfolio for years. I don't see anything about. Is it maybe? Oh, maybe. Oh, did they give? Is this clickbait? 6. How do I get to the other 5? Oh, to continue reading and see Warren Buffett's. Oh, this is so annoying. It's just like trying to. Oh my gosh, they're trying to milk me for page views to get more ads. Jerks. Oh my gosh, an ad between every click. This website should be banned. Oh, there we go. I don't even see Coke anywhere. This is nonsense. I'm done looking at this Yahoo Finance crap. Yeah, trash. Exactly. All right, let's go to FT. See if there's any news over here. Okay, what do we got? Okay, well, extension to Kabul, evacuation deadline in doubt. Yeah, no kidding. We talked about that this morning. It's kind of sad. People need time to get out of there. You can only take off so many planes at a time. You sit on the runway. It takes a while to load them up too, and you only have so many terminals, right? And so many gates, or whatever you call it. I don't know. I'm not a pilot. White House calls up civilian airliners. Yeah, we know that. We did a video on that yesterday. Why Jay Powell should be bold at Jackson Hole? I don't really care. I mean, it's probably an interesting opinion perspective, but there's no news here. How our childhoods help us make sense of work problems. Whatever. This is the news of the day, huh? Okay, let's try The Economist. Or here's a good one, and this is a good one. Really? There we go. Okay, so what do we got over here? The new Powell doctrine. Will he see it through? Oh, there's a lot of people commenting on Powell right now. I like that phrase though, the Powell doctrine. No one can accuse him of inconsistency. That's true. I can log into this too, but we know a lot about Jerome Powell. We're talking about him so much. COVID is here to stay. What that means for drug makers. See, this is really interesting because that's literally the opposite of what Bloomberg's saying. See, Bloomberg saying COVID optimists see U.S. near. Did they change this title? I thought this was COVID. I don't know. I didn't know they put the word optimist in here. Or maybe it did, and I just don't remember. On Barron's, however, they suggest that COVID is here to stay. At the moment, molecules from reshuffling since Delta has set off a deadly wave of infections. In India 6 months ago, the fight has been changing. 140 cases a day. What lies beyond the Delta wave is difficult to imagine. Reopened offices, packed industry conferences, downtown restaurants, blah, 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 blah. What is now emerging is a picture of the virus that never quite goes away. At best, that could mean a series of less dangerous versions of COVID-19 that come and go, more and less like the flu. At worst, it could mean the emergence of one or more nightmare variants that halt the economy one more time to increase the toll of the pandemic even further. Okay, they're basically saying anything could happen. The variants. Oh, wow, look at all these variants. Alpha, beta, gamma, delta, eta, iota, kappa, and lambda. Wow. Okay, I mean, this seems like a very thorough piece. I'm trying to get to a little bit more of a conclusion here. Today, 24% of the world's population is vaccinated. That's interesting. And is fully vaccinated. Wow. 1/4 fully vaccinated. Faded Polo has been asking a question all day. What question? I mean, if I'm not looking over here, how am I supposed to no talking about fixing Hollywood? I don't understand. What was the question? Child abuse in Hollywood. Child abuse, that's horrible. Child abuse should not be tolerated. Ever since I had kids, it's so sad. Will you do an in-depth video on Chinese stocks, particularly the tech crackdown? Probably not. I think I really hate the China drama, and I'm not really exposed to them. So if I'm not interested in something, it's really hard for me to make a video on it. And then those videos end up sucking anyway. recently got out of the military, filed for unemployment, and still have yet to get payments. Thoughts? Oh my gosh, yeah. EDD fraud, especially in California, is a disaster. And payments are so slow. Like the people who need the help aren't getting it. And you're right, scammers are. It's so bad. You have a governor who doesn't care, though. That's why there's a recall going on. It's not a Republican recall. It's a Californian recall. Boosters in late September. You guys and gals here, Jesse Jackson back in the hospital or in the hospital for COVID, fully vaccinated. Yikes. But he got it in January. So he was probably one of the people who should have gotten a booster. But I think he got it like right around the same time they authorized the booster. So I think kind of got juked on timing there. But okay, this was fun of an article. Sorry, Barons. And US on track to evacuate good. Proud Boys. Okay, we don't need to talk about this. SPAC suit leads to sparks. Okay. All right. Battle for... Let's go back. Let's look at the aftermarket. Kind of curious to see how the aftermarket's performing. Jesse Jackson, isn't he like our questions? Brian Walsh, what's your question? Isn't Jesse... Jesse's like, what, 79, 77, something like that? You know, Brian, I don't see a question from you. Like, I'm scrolling up here. I don't see anything. No. I believe that the winter will bring a COVID crash? Maybe. That's true. I've not reached out to Russell Brand. Hit him up if you can. Tweet him. Tweet him and go stop the bullshit. Oh, remember, if you just now joined, write down August 25th, 4:20 p.m. You're going to tweet something about me. And then hashtag stop the bullshit with a P. P at the end. Let's try to get that trending because that night I will have a debate. And that'll be California time, 4:20. Not Eastern time. So if you're on Eastern time, that's 7:20. Slap that in your calendar. Hawaii is what, two hours behind us? Let's see. Should be 11:20 there. I'm in Hawaii. Oh, 3 hours. Wow. 3 hours behind California. That's crazy. A lot further than I thought. Okay, anyway, 49.2 on BTC here, Ethereum 3,300. Very well. Look, pre-market after hours here, pre-market / after hours. We've got, let's go to watch list here. Gevo pushing again, back into that 5% range. Matterport, Robinhood. So what's losing right now? All the things that did well today? Probably. Yeah, Tattooed Chef dropped 1%. Shift. Can't believe Shift's at 726. This used car market, though, is not helping Shift at all. That's why I got rid of my options on Shift, like 880 or something like that. Remember, anytime I buy or sell something, I always send alerts to those of you in the Stocks and Psychology Money Group. It's not meant for you to copy the trades or be advice or whatever. It's just what I'm doing. That's what I promise. Most things just not doing anything here. Anything else moving up? Oh, and how did Tesla do today? Let's see here. Robinhood's still moving up. Nice. Tesla at 706 again. Incredible. Let's see here. Tesla up 3.83% today. Okay, good. Oh, awesome, Sean. Thank you so much. Okay, don't fall into the debate traps. Look out for those tactics, especially things that could be used as bad sound bites. I love sound bites. Please take bites of my sound and put them everywhere. How would you do to fix it? Oh, there's a lot of work to do. We'll do an AMA later, by the way. I did in-person AMAs this weekend. Yeah. Oh, did I say 7:30 or 7:20? Yeah, 7:20. Y'all know what I mean. Whatever. Yes, I'll do a Gov live stream later today for sure. We'll do that. Okay, good. So make sure you get your course link down below. You could retweet me complaining on Twitter about not getting my account verified. If you want to help the campaign, we'll probably be texting again tomorrow. And you can download the Meet Kevin app in the Apple and Android App Store. And there's a challenge where if you share 5 times a day something about the campaign, you gain points. And then people who have the most points will have the greatest chance of coming on a trip with us to Vegas. So that'll be really fun. Course link down below. Get your free stock with Public, worth all the way up to $70. And good luck. Appreciate you being here. We'll see you in the next one. Watch that crypto dip. If that thing dips hard tonight, I'm gonna go park a little bit more over in the crypto. So just